All right. What's up, guys? Sneaky Cat Goblin back with another video on this Friday. Happy Friday. And I'm going to talk about how I run a dictatorship in my clan. I've gotten so much feedback like dictator bill and stuff. And it's like, it is a dictatorship actually, because I hold absolute power in this clan. But I'm a nice dictator. I'm a dictator that gives out gold passes. So, um, I would say I was looking up all the regimes, and I was just curious, like, and this will go into like how I manage the clan, and open to take feedback because I'm a nice dictator that gives out gold passes. I would say the main clan is a dictatorship. I have a couple co-leaders that don't really do anything. I limit the amount of elders specifically for specific reasons, and I'll go into it. And yeah, go from there. The feeder clan is more like a monarchy, where I am the king, and then I give like Elvis Ferrero and Not Scripted, they're the queens. And so they get to they're co-leaders, but they're fairly active in it. So that's kind of more the structure, and the king gives out gold passes as well. Um, so that's the structure of it. Um, and it's kind of funny because everyone pointed out it's like, well, I'll just embrace it because I mean that's pretty much what it is. I do kick people out fairly well. I don't just kick like boot people. There are some times where I've kicked some people prematurely. I will admit that. But like I have to turn it into pretty much a dictatorship because I have to keep people out that we don't need. Because we have to have 15 really good players for CWL. And then the rest can move down to the feeder, and hopefully, we have the monarchy does well. We've gotten 4 straight promotions. The monarchy is clearly doing better at the moment. We lost our war streak up here, although it looks like we're gonna beat a champs one clan here, so that's a good comeback here. So that's cool. But the reason why, at least this main clan, that I do not have many elders at all or co-leaders is just because I feel like people get really trigger happy in this game. And unfortunately, that leads to a lot of, decisions that maybe I wouldn't have. I make a decision and then somebody else takes another decision. I'm like, I don't want that. It's a game at the end of the day to a certain extent. Obviously, we're trying to be serious and promote, but I don't like people like when you promote so many people that are elders or co. Like I have seen some absolute disasters where the dictatorship falls like Rome, essentially. Although the dictator really didn't do necessarily anything wrong. It's like Julius Caesar. Um, or, well, I don't know if Julius Caesar did anything wrong. Julius Caesar got screwed over. Let's just put it that way. And then you know, the elders come in or the co-leaders come in and they kick everybody out of the clan, or you accidentally give the co-leader and it just screws it over. I've witnessed that story firsthand. So the people that get elder, it's very sparingly. Sometimes, I will give people elder, I'll remove it, and it is what it is. Like I'm able to run the clan full time. I'm on here enough to be able to run it, and there hasn't been too many issues with it. We yap here and there. We had we talked about some people left recently in the clan. I mean, if they come back for CWL, great. Hope to have them back. Um, but it's a game at the end of the day, right? Like, uh, it's like there's not much you can really do with Elder. Honestly, co-leader is the one where you really can do stuff with it. Um, there are perks, I think, of having a couple elders that are able to invite people. However, it does. I'm not a huge fan of just like people going back and forth. Like I'm not, because it's just tedious, and it's to take a couple clicks of the button, sure, but I don't. I prefer people just to stay in the clan. We have several different clans, so if people want to go to other clans, perfect. Like I try to open it up for them to come back easily. Like during CWL, we have it to, well, we still have it where anyone can join, which is pretty crazy. We don't have a maxed clan at the moment, but also recruiting is pretty difficult in this clan. I'll go into how I recruit good members as well. Um, you know, you got to be somewhat, if you're a complete dick, no one's going to want to join the clan. No one. You obviously have to be serious in your decisions, and a lot of people are not going, some people are not going to like those decisions. It is what it is. You have to stick to the guns. Now, you're going to learn if those decisions are going to be to your detriment because people will start leaving. If people do leave, then, you know, it is what it is, um, you will have to curtail your decisions based off of people leaving. If people do leave, then, maybe it's kind of on you to a certain extent. Um, and you have to realize that. But also, you have to figure out, okay, some people are just straight up annoying. And at the end of the day, too, like most of my audience, it's like I am somewhat babysitting a bunch of kids. Like there's clearly kids that are under 18 that have joined this clan. So I have to be the babysitter, and not to say that all of them are like that. It's just that that's the reality, right? Like you're kind of policing stuff, but it also you have younger individuals in the clan, so it's nothing against them. It's just like uh, people. You have to parent, and honestly, it's kind of fun, but it also could be like, oh my God, am I really doing this right now? So, you know, it's not easy sometimes. I enjoy it. Like obviously there's life beyond Clash, but sometimes you have to make certain decisions that people don't like, and it is what it is. I use this Super Yeti strategy. It's been a lot of fun. I actually got a 3-star in War. I've been messing around with strategies because I am just sick of dragon strategies as well. But I'd love people's feedback on how they run clans. Like I am open to feedback. I'm open to see if there's anything that I need to change as my dictatorship evolves. And I'm glad you feel confident with the army. Because people say it all the time, you're a dictator. I'm like, okay, sure, I am. So be it. Alrighty, let's move on. Let's get some Clan War wins. We're getting on to a new streak. Um, Feeder Clan, the monarchy is doing fantastic. There's a couple other dictatorships, like we have our uh, Enron Winter Interns. That's dictatorship. Scripted runs that. Um, and then we have a CWL clan. I don't know who runs that, but that's technically a dictatorship too. And then yeah, I think we have one other one that is technically. Well, we did have a clan, the Gold Pass clan. That was still a dictatorship. So, um, yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Please like, comment, subscribe, and peace.